Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, December 1st. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm Emily Rowe. This week we have news about the Stroudsburg snowman spreading cheer on Main Street.
We also have updates on the death of Diamond Lynch and the investigation following it.
And we'll be checking in with TVM sports anchors John Downey and Vincent Goldschmidt to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Join Sister Mary Persico, Marywood's president, for the annual Christmas tree lighting on December 6th. Taking place in the Liberal Arts Center Rotunda, the ceremonial tree lighting will take place to officially welcome the holiday season. Join the community at 4 p.m. to see the handmade ornaments, choir performances, and tree lighting to kick off the holiday season.
Coming to Marywood-University in April 2024, the first annual MU Dance Marathon is taking inspiration from Penn State's Thon. This 12-hour dance marathon will take place in hopes of raising money for the kids getting treatment at local children's hospitals. Marywood's Dance Marathon is raising money to go directly towards Lehigh Valley Riley's Children's Hospital. Our Marywood community will work with the hospital's community to allow families with children receiving treatments to feel supported and have an extended family at the hospital. Today marks the end of recruitment week, but there is still time to sign up and get involved.
Mark your calendars for Sunday, December 3rd, as there is a myriad of events happening on campus. Head over to the Center for Athletics and Wellness to support Marywood's dance team and their fall showcase. The showcase begins at 1:30 p.m. and they will be showing off what they have been working on all semester.
Up next on the schedule of events is the Nomadic Chromatics Fall Concert in the Fireplace Lounge. The show starts at 5 p.m. and is being held in Nazareth Student Center. Finally, come together as a community to celebrate Sunday's Mass at 7:30 p.m. in the Marian Chapel.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the Stroudsburg snowmen spreading cheer on Main Street, but first, here's Hunter with the weather report.
Thank you, ladies, and happy Friday. Here's the weather for the upcoming week. Today, there is a 60% chance of rain with a high of 45 and a low of 36. Tomorrow will be cloudy with a high of 53 and a low of 40. On Sunday, there is about a 70% chance of rain with a high of 49 and a low of 43. For Monday, expect rain with a high of 43 and a low of 34. Tuesday, the clouds are still lingering with a high of 37 and a low of 29. On Wednesday, still some clouds with a high of 35 and a low of 24. On Thursday, there is a 40% chance of snow with a high of 33 and a low of 22. And finally, on Friday, the clouds come back again with a high of 43 and a low of 32. We'll be back after these messages.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you wanna talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
The snowmen of Stroudsburg have returned to Main Street for the holiday season. This is the 6th year that the Go Collaborative organization has set the sculptures out. Until the end of February, there will be 48 sculptures out for the holidays, 5 of which are located at the Camelback Ski Resort Winter Village. Be sure to be on the lookout for the snowmen and especially be on the lookout for the Grinch snowman as well.
The dive rescue specialists in Lackawanna County have been operating without a home base for nearly 40 years, but that's about to change. The team was given a piece of land over in Justice to build their station. Grants and donations were received and are helping support the clearing of the site and the construction of their new building for operations. All the equipment they own is currently being stored in rented out sections of fire departments across the counties, but not for much longer with the help of the Lackawanna community.
An empty lot in Williamsport's Shaw Park will be turned into a BMX skills track in late spring of next year. Also referred to as a pump track, the city will match the grant given by the DCNR of $224,000 to build a track. The track will have spaces for 3 different skill levels of riders. This is one of many projects that the city is doing to upgrade and enhance the parklands in Williamsport for the surrounding community.
Monroe County experienced the tragic deaths of 2 fellow community members this past Tuesday. The police were called over to the Ski Side Drive in Pocono Township, where they found 2 people injured with gunshot wounds. Investigators ran the scene and have said that a man shot a woman and then shot himself. Both of the injured were able to make it through the night and were pronounced dead a couple hours after the shooting.
A fatal crash occurred on Interstate 380 just outside of Tobyhanna, claiming the life of one woman. New Jersey native Chantal Ciccone was driving northbound on the interstate on Sunday when her car broke down. A passing driver moved into the left lane to give the broken down vehicle space on the shoulder, but Ciccone ran out in front of the car and was struck. After being taken to the hospital, Ciccone succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead.
The holiday season's upon us, and the Yingling Mansion over in Pottsville is ready to celebrate. Decorated from top to bottom, the mansion invites public visitors inside to get their Christmas spirits going. The mansion has also been turned into a shopping plaza to help 30 local small business vendors sell unique presents to shoppers during the holiday shopping escapade.
After these short messages, we'll be back with updates on the death of Diamond Lynch and the investigation following it.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
I'm high.
Oh.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Following the death of 20-year-old Diamond Lynch, a network of drug dealers selling laced drugs is being investigated. Lynch died of a fentanyl overdose after taking a pill laced with fentanyl. Following her death, authorities used her phone, messages, and leftover pills to trace back to her dealer. This has since uncovered a ring of drug dealers that were in Washington, D.C., California, and Mexico. The DEA has begun their investigations and so far have charged 25 people in this dealing network. This investigation is a part of the OD justice programs to combat deaths caused by overdoses and hold drug dealers and traffickers accountable.
The Northeast is being hit this year with a horrible winter. Up near the Great Lakes, over 40 inches of snow fell, with Constableville, New York being covered with 42.7 inches. Visibility has been low in the region surrounding with the whiteout conditions due to all of the snow and wind. Snow isn't the only problem, as the temperatures have been dropping significantly each day. Even some southern states are experiencing colder than normal weather going all the way into Florida. Temperatures are expecting to warm up just a bit for the weekend, but it's going to be a very cold winter.
The first of 3 planned flights out of the U.S. is said to have been delivered to the United Nations, who will then deliver the supplies to Gaza as the first humanitarian efforts from the states. The pause of the fighting has allowed the U.S. to plan and send flights with humanitarian aid for the people of Gaza in hopes of providing help. The first flight and the following 2 flights planned are a part of the $100 million humanitarian aid for Palestinians in the Gaza and West Bank.
Out in Kentucky, a train derailed and spilled out toxic chemicals in a small town. Of the 16 train cars, 2 of them spilled molten sulfur, causing them to catch fire and burning for over 24 hours. This accident released toxic levels of sulfur dioxide gas into the nearby town of Livingston. 2 residents of the town has filed lawsuits against the train company due to irritation in their throats, eyes, lungs, and mouths. The rail company responded saying that it's normal for molten sulfur to release a sulfur dioxide when it burns and encouraged citizens to evacuate the town.
After being trapped for 17 days, 41 tunnel workers in India have been rescued successfully. On November 12th, 41 construction workers located under the Himalayas were trapped when part of the tunnel gave way and blocked their only exit. The workers were given monetary compensation of $1,200 American, time off from work for up to a month, and evaluated by medical professionals. These men were described as brave, patient, and inspiring.
An aircraft crashed into the ocean off the southern coast of Japan. The U.S. military aircraft had many passengers, which are all still mainly missing. One man was recovered from the sea, being unconscious and not breathing. He was quickly given CPR and taken over to a nearby port. The crew member ended up passing away later that day. The Coast Guard is starting their search for the rest of the crew. Others are still missing, and the details of what happened on that aircraft are still unknown, causing a lot of anxiety and confusion to those back at home.
When we come back, we'll check in with TVM sports anchors John Downey and Vincent Goldschmidt for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping, and I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
JD, it's basketball season for the NBA and Marywood.
I know, in-season tournament. We got Marywood playing well right now. It's a good time.
It's a great time. The Marywood men's basketball team picked up a victory on the road against Mount St. Mary College, 89-85 on Wednesday. Three Pacers turned in excellent performances as guards Brandon Reed and Trevor Seitz led the way with 17 points each, while sophomore forward Shiloh Bivens scored 15 points while grabbing 8 boards. The Pacers return to action as they travel to Purchase, New York to face Manhattanville College. The women's team had some struggles dropping both of their matchups this week against DeSales University and Lebanon Valley College. Guard Faith Kendricks performed well in both games, producing 12-point and 10-point performances, while freshman forward Ali Grishkravich put together a 14-point, 9-rebound game against Lebanon Valley. They return to action tomorrow against King's College. Make sure to tune in to the broadcast at 1 p.m. presented by TV-Marywood. You know, the basketball broadcast by TV-Marywood, not bad.
I know, those guys over there are doing pretty well, no?
Commentators are pretty good.
Someone's good over there.
Yeah.
I wonder who they are.
Yeah.
The new in-season tournament has been a success thus far as the pool games have been played and the quarterfinals will start up Monday with the semifinal and championship round taking place in Vegas. There were a total of 4 groups and 4 wildcards that were awarded a chance at advancing in this inaugural tournament. The quarterfinal matchups will be the Bucks hosting the Knicks, Pacers facing the Celtics, the Lakers going up against the Suns, and the surprising matchup between the Kings and the Pelicans. We'll see how this shakes out over the next week, and fans of this, it looks like this will continue for years to come. Aaron Rodgers, about 80 days after suffering an Achilles injury that required surgery and for him to miss the rest of the season, is back to the practice field with his 21-day window officially opening as he hopes to play against the Commanders December 24th. Rodgers, who has been non-committal about coming back to play because he first wants to see how he feels as well as the team being in the playoff hunt, which seems less and less likely as each week passes. A tough season somewhat could be salvaged for some late-season heroics by the future Hall of Famer. Other NFL news that came through this week was the Carolina Panthers deciding to move on from well-regarded coach Frank Reich after starting the season with a 1-10 record and major struggles on offense, especially with rookie quarterback Bryce Young not looking like he's developed at all. Owner David Tepper and Frank Reich didn't seem to get along right away, as reports said that back on draft night, the coaching staff wanted to take C.J. Stroud over Bryce Young, but Tepper stepped in to make sure he got what he wanted. Carolina will look to get moving in the right direction as they will be bringing in their 3rd coach in as many years. That's all for sports. We'll be right back after these messages.
The holidays are approaching, and even the first family of the United States have begun decorating the White House for Christmas, following the theme Joy, Wonder, and Magic. That's a cool theme.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, me too. They always do so good in the past, but it's very cool that they're adding magic because it is a very magical time of the year too.
It is.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone at TV-Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV-Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest happenings and to watch additional content. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm Emily Rowe. Have a great weekend, Marywood.